Hello, second graders. It is purple packet time, and it is your very last one. Now, I don't know if you know this, but third graders do purple packets too. And you're going to be very prepared for third grade because of what you did today and all this year. So here is your final one. You know that this one up in the top, write an interrogative sentence, is your worksheet. So there's a Thursday worksheet to hand in, and please do not forget how an interrogative sentence is a question. And the end mark needs to be there. So please put a question mark at the end. I've been seeing some sentences handed in lately that have not had punctuation. It's really important. All right, let's go on to this one. Circle to show how many syllables. So we'll read the sentence and we'll listen to the word, and then we can say it with our hand under our chin. The mosquito feeds on nectar and water. Mosquito. Did you see my hand move 3 times? That is 3 syllables. Now, why do the syllables happen? Syllables happen because of vowel sounds. So you can find all these vowels. And remember, the number of vowels does not always mean the number of syllables, because if you count here, U is 1, I is 1, and O is 1, that's actually 4 vowels. It doesn't mean 4 syllables. That U is with the Q. I think you know how QU always goes together. So we really can't even count that Q. So there are 3 syllables there. Let's read our second sentence. A hornet stings to protect its young and its nest. Hornet. Did you feel it too? Yeah. So here we have a vowel O, and here we have an E. And then remember to check for some special things to help you divide. Now do pirate talk, right? Are there any R controls? Yep, we have OR, so we can't split that. So we do have 2 sounds. We have the OR and the E, and that would break apart into 2 syllables. All right, let's read our sentence. After lunch, I will help me to some dessert. Alrighty, you can say that doesn't sound right. First thing we would want our words to be is making sense. So I would get rid of and change this me to the better word. So I'm going to insert above the word that I need, cross out the one that's wrong. And we would want the reflexive pronoun, myself. It'd be kind of hard for me to write it with my finger, but our reflexive pronouns have self or selves at the end. And myself is connected to who is doing this thing on their own without help. It's the speaker. And they use the word I. Speaking of the word I, that is always capitalized, the word I when you're speaking of yourself. And we don't have an end mark. So this sounds like a telling sentence. It could be known as a statement. Declarative sentence is what we learned a lot in these packets. All right. On to some practice phonics skills we've done. We know OW and OU can say ow, and these words have that sound. So ow. Now, you might remember that if this ow sound is at the end of the word, your best guess is OW. Doesn't mean OW can't be used in the middle, because it can be, but at the end, you're going to want to use OW. Now, this one's going to be a little bit tricky. That H is actually silent. This is going to be the word hour, like there are 60 minutes in an hour. Hour. The H is silent, so that one's kind of hard. This word we had in our shades of meaning, and it meant to clean something with so much rubbing. Scour. Scour. I'm going to scour the pots and pans with this scouring pad. Scour. Okay. And the final one is the color brown. And as a reminder, we said OW can be in the middle. Brown is a good example, right? On to circle the adverbs. Now remember, adverbs are words that describe. They don't describe people, places, or things. Adjectives describe people, places, and things. Adverbs describe verbs, and that's kind of handy because the word verb is an adverb. What, of course, they do is they'll give more information about when an action is done, where an action is done, or how an action is done. So So I'm just going to pop a little question mark at the end there, because if you can ask how, you can get an adverb as an answer. The ones that have answers for how often end in ly. So you see these here? Merrily. Merrily we rode along. How did you row? Merrily. So that is an adverb, right? We have cheerfully. I cheerfully said happy birthday to my grandma. How did you say it? Cheerfully. So both of those answer how. Now, do we have any that will talk about where? No, it's not going to be the same as these things. You can't say on the road. It's not that. Do we have any that say when? Yeah. Like, I never forget to wash my hands before I eat. When? Never. This tells when. I often use hand sanitizer if I can't use soap and water. When? Often. Those are also adverbs. They're the ones that say when. Now, road is a noun. It is a place, or you could maybe think of it as a thing. Table, that's a noun too, right? That is a thing. So those are the skills for the purple packet. And remember, you are working on these things as well in your iExcel, which you find, of course, in your OmniID portal. And all those things will be covered in your test tomorrow, your little quiz. So goodbye. See ya.